From a hobby to an occupation, overseas doing work different.
Hi guys, welcome back to One on One with Honey. I know I've been gone for a minute, but now I'm back, and on a later date I'll explain everything. But today I'm joined with a special guest, Bonez. Bonez, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I am good.
Nice.
So how you been? How you been since I last see you?
Do you know what? We last saw each other at the event where we was recording for your interview, weren't we?
Yes, we were.
So other than that, yeah, we just been working, whether it's videos or music, just trying to get things working. Anyway.
Perfect. So Bonez, like you have a very interesting story, which is something that I thought that intrigued me when I first met you. So I want you first to tell everyone like what your journey's been like, so where you started and how you ended up where you are today.
Well, it's been like a roller coaster. It's what life is, you know what I'm saying? We came from just being outside with friends, getting in trouble and whatnot, then trying to change my life and go into like professional corporate world and build my way up through there, and then just finding out that the people that was like in charge of my day-to-day routine were just annoying or had something to say that I don't agree with. And then it just had me on a path where I just thought, you know what, it's time for me to take things into my own hands and live what I want to achieve and just go full out with it. So it's been a long journey, but hey, it's a blessing.
So when you had that corporate lifestyle, that job, what field were you in?
It varies. So I started in business administration because basically I was going to college and I used to go into I had accounts I was doing, and I used to always like never go to lessons if I'm honest with you, but I would still get good grades.
Okay, yeah.
Sometimes I cheated, but they don't know that.
Cheated,
you know
so that's how you got the good grades.
Only sometimes, not all the time, but I'll be real in it. 1-2 times I did, and my teacher came up to me and said, "You know what? You do good, but you're never here, so you might as well just get a job." And I just done that because I thought there's no point. So I ended up doing business administration. But I was just like purchase ledger, so it's a bit of finance. Okay. And then I think, yeah, I'm going to try to build myself up in this. But a lot of my family was just telling me, you're not going to get nowhere about grades or nothing. And so I said, you know, fine. If that's the case, I'll do home learning as well. So while I was doing that job, I was doing home learning where I'm just buying the books, reading them. Like my AAT level 3 I passed, and I was on to my level 4. And that helped me get myself up in regards to the rankings, because then I can now be an account assistant other than just being like business administration. So I've done that, and then I just started finding out that I'm just someone that loves learning, whereas I don't like being in the workplace. I don't like having a job, but I can sit home and read. Like when I have a whole day of work, but I'll come home and just read the books, and I don't mind it. It's like my leisure. Instead of watching TV, I'll just read it. So I enjoyed that part, and it kind of fooled me thinking I'm going to enjoy the job side of it.
Okay, but you didn't. No. I think when people see, especially rappers, they think that, or they're surprised that they've had this past where they are knowledgeable and they are going to, you know, develop their skills in different ways, such as reading books and so on and so forth. So I think it's great that you're putting out there that you did have, you know, this beginning before you came into the rap. Definitely. So before you got to rap, I know you do videography. Yeah. So how did that come about?
It came about through rap as well. Basically, when I done my first video, I'm not going to say names in it, but someone shot my video and they took a long time to send it back. Like I understand.
What's a long time?
Do you know what? They told me 2 weeks, but 2 weeks came and he's not answering his phone. I'm trying to just at least talk to me. Do you know what I'm saying? I just need that communication because you already got the money. You know what I mean? It's just, and at the time I'm doing my exams and that, and I'm just thinking, no, like, I can't get my head past it. I'm thinking, this is my way out right now. Do you know what I mean? You're just blocking my path. But I mean, after that, I'm someone that just kind of wanted to put in my own hands and be like, you know, if he's going to take long, we got the video on the end, but through that frustration, I was like, let's do this and let's do something about it. So we bought our first camera. I remember it, Canon 1100D, old camera. It can't even do 1080, it's only 720.
I don't really know what that means, but
low quality, innit? Low quality. But we worked on that, started practicing on that, went to the next camera, then we flew out for the first time, started filming, and then I edited my first video, and it's just, from there, we just didn't look back. We started growing, and then now we're filming videos for everyone else, so it kind of just turned into a business off just the basis of, I want to do a video. Do you know
that's really good. I like that. I really, really like that. And then the rapping, where did that come from?
No, I've been rapping for as long as I can remember. It's just when you come from like areas that we do, everyone kind of raps and.
Mm-hmm.
You know, see someone rapping the guy, and then you see the response. You're like, I want to have that. Do you know what I mean? I want that feel, and then you start writing, and then you start making songs, and people start actually liking them. And you're like, wow, have I really got something here that people enjoy? And then you begin to get more passionate because I'm someone that talks about my life through it. I can have a bad day, and I can write it all out, and I'll feel good with myself. Like I let it off my chest, sort of thing. So it began to become a passion. It's always just something that's. Like with me, I've done so many things like football, rugby, all these different sports, and I've not been great at any of them. Apart from athletics, I had to go, but that's the only one I stuck to. The music's the only thing that when I tried to quit, I still come back to in the end.
So, would you say that quitting your 9 to 5 and pursuing your dreams was the best decision you've ever made?
100%. That's like when I'm motivated. That is something that motivates me. The thought of just going back and living out a day there again is like, no, I'm not going back there. That's 100%. That's like probably one of the strongest things that pushes me to keep going because I'm not going back. I'm not.
I mean, have you seen this be more fruitful in terms of money than?
Do you know what? If I'm gonna be honest with you, there's times where it has its downs. You might catch losses in this, but there's times where it has its ups. But the main thing at the moment are definitely the feeling, like. Day to day, everything is just way better, and I feel like if I do it and I put it correctly, then the money will come in the way that I want it to. But I'm not gonna lie and say there's every day's great, like it's not. But you have to just be strong and just fight through it because this is what I want to live for. This is all I want to do. I don't want to do none of that.
So what would you say to someone who is scared to leave their 9 to 5 at the moment, who might be contemplating but they're not sure?
Size ain't always bad as long as you're doing what you're doing outside of it. You need to make sure your time is been conducted correctly, or else there's no point in it. Once you have that patterned, and you feel like I can even go harder, then I don't know everyone's situation, but that's a good reason to do it. But if you're gonna just do it and not work, it's not gonna work like that. Or just do half-hearted. You might as well have the job as well. Do you know what I'm saying? You have to be in it fully. Like I go sleep doing something, wake up still doing it. Do you know what I'm saying? The hours are long in this, but you have to be. Like, I don't even feel like work though. Do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly, because it's your passion, isn't it? If you're not rapping about being in the trap, then you kind of don't get a lot of attention. Things like that. So, in the comments, it said you're very underrated. Do you think this is true?
Like if I'm honest, personally, I would say that, but at the same time, it's like I can't rush my journey because if I had Blue from the first song I dropped, I wouldn't know how to video edit. I wouldn't know how to do these things. So I've got to just focus on my path, trust my process, and just know that it's not all about being in the spotlight right away. It's about building longevity. It's about building fans that really interact with you and want to be a part of your journey than having one song or whatever and everyone knows you, but 5 years' time, you're not here. Do you know what I'm saying? That raps could be a short-term career for a lot of people, but if you manage it correctly, you can be here for a long time. Jay-Z's like, what? How long has he been rapping for? Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, rap ain't even his main income now, but he's just known as that presence, and rap is where he came from, so he done it correctly, and it's all about trying to find that kind of blueprint.
Why do you think that rappers who talk about, being in the trap in their songs, why is it they get more attention?
Yeah, I feel like there's a variety of reasons. It could be some people relate to it, some people are fascinated by it, our negativity. Like, if you find out, someone had a find this on Instagram, you might be quicker to go see it just to see what happened. But, like, it's just how it is. It's not, as long as people are being honest and just making music for the right reasons, even though, like, it could influence people, but at the end of the day, it's music, innit? You say about what you live and you live what you say, sort of thing. So you can't be mad at it, but that's just negativity attracts a lot of times.
That's true.
So that's probably what it is. But and it's a good vibe. Like, a lot of the music is good. It's catchy.
Yeah.
People know how to master it and put it in a good way. Do you know what I'm saying? So,
that's true. You have another song called Believe. Okay, so you have a lady singing the vocal, the hook on that.
Bro.
We have her in the room, guys, so you know I'm not speaking to a ghost. And she says, she just wants to be free and have peace. What does freedom and peace mean to you?
Freedom would be financial freedom, not having to work and just be able to wake up and live how I want to live, be able to have my family all comfortable. I understand life's going to bring stresses, but it's just, that's my closest to it. Just knowing that we haven't got no debts, we ain't got no issues, we ain't got some money. We all just comfy and can wake up and be like, I want to do this today. I want to go visit this part of the world today. I want to go explore this culture today. I want to spend time with my family today. I don't want to be in a job not seeing my children grow. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's free to me.
Okay, I like that. And being in the music industry, what have you had to overcome? Like, what obstacles are there that you've had to overcome?
There's always obstacles. I mean, a lot of times for me, it's like what I'm trying to fight with now. I don't know if it's been an issue, but I've been trying to make music more that you vibe to more, and there's still a message there.
Yeah.
Sometimes I see like artists that just have a message, but you don't really want to hear it because it doesn't sound as good as maybe some of the trappy stuff and that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
My thing right now is having that like when you listen to some songs in the EP, it's like I've seen people just speeding. It's like I'm still saying some real stuff, but you just feel it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you really, and that's what I'm looking for. Obviously there's different kind of songs with different kind of elements in it, but I like that. Like, I like people relating to what I'm saying and also having a good time with it. So that's what I'm trying to overcome.
I've seen you a few times, and you have a particular set of people around you. Do you consciously decide the people that you want around you? How do you decide this person or this person?
You reflect the ones you surround, like, definitely. So you have to be around the right people. Or if I'm around people that are doing something that doesn't coincide with what I'm doing, I'm gonna end up falling into it or whatever. And it's like you have to be like it's important. It's your life. You gotta make sure you're with people that know what they're doing and. Do you know what I'm saying? Because they push you. When you're having a bad day, they'll be like, what are you talking about? When they're having a bad day, they're like, what are you talking about? Do you know what I'm saying? It's just like, you help each other, and that's valuable.
So when you are having a bad day, what is it that brings you out of that kind of funk? Like, oh, I can't bother today. What is it that brings you out of that? Is it your friends? Is it your peers? Or is it something else that's inside you? Like, what is it?
It's a lot of things. It's like, it could be me looking back at some things that I achieved. Like, there's times where I wouldn't think I'd be in certain positions, but I made it through this. Or it might be a fan just hit me up on like, what you're doing is mad. Do you know what I'm saying? For me, because I always feel like we're so focused going forward, we don't even acknowledge, like, be grateful for the things that we've achieved and everything. That's important. So sometimes when someone can just remind you and just be like, look, this and that, and you got this coming up, and you just have to, you feel the emotion, and it could be a good emotion. It could help me write a great song. Do you know what I'm saying? So I can't ignore it and just neglect it, but I got to come out of it. I can't stay in it too long.
And who motivates you? What motivates you? What inspires you?
I just got great people around me. Do you know what I'm saying? My brother name was a DJ. He's doing mad things everywhere, shows, everything. Do you know what I'm saying? My brother Ryan, he's just filming mad stuff, and it's like he's helped me make this EP. Do you know what I'm saying? Royalty helps me daily just to make sure that I'm on point. My brother, and like, I can name so many people, do you know what I'm saying? That just in all different ways are doing something, and it just helps me like keep motivated.
What about musically?
Musically, I listen to a lot of like Davies and Nipsey Hussle right now.
Davies and Nipsey Hussle.
They're not getting me through a lot of stuff.
Really?
Yeah, they're not hard.
No Londoners?
No, of course, Londoners. Obviously, you've got people like, I don't know, Wretch, Hard, really fan of Wretch. I always struggle to think I'm going to say Londoners, you know. There's a lot of people, definitely.
I like that. So, what have you got coming?
Obviously, we've got an EP coming May, 4th of May.
4th of May.
It's been a journey, but I'm glad we finally got there. I remember when we had no music, and it was just like, I was having writer's block, just trying to find the one, but I really got into my element in this, and I feel like... How do you come over writer's block? You have to be patient. You can't think that it's not coming back. That's something that I feel like creators have. Like, if you can't write a song, you're like, oh man, I lost it, or oh, I haven't. Because I stopped writing for like 4 months beforehand, because I was just doing so much filming and editing. It just took up all the time. So music was like, as much as it's my first thing, I'm not even doing it. Yeah. So when I got a chance to just sit down, I read a lot of books just to help me get through it. Like, I read like 4 books in 2 weeks. Wow. Just to get me through it. And just paying attention to what beats I might like, stuff like that. What kind of concepts I might go with, and then when it finally came, it felt like better than ever.
So you have the videography. Do you ever find it hard to choose between one or the other?
100%.
You do?
Because I do editing. editing can be a long process. Like, there's times where it can be fast, but a lot of times if you're really trying to work on, and the more time it's other people's videos, I'm trying to make sure it's right for them. I'm trying to find the best clips, find the best way to portray them. Like, I've got their video in my hands and I'm trying to give them the best product. So it does get hard when you want to concentrate on you, but it's like, I can't right now. And it puts your stuff on hold. And so, for like, literally, last time I recorded was like April last year, and then the whole year I didn't record.
And how do you decide, like, now I need to put the camera down?
Do you know what? It kind of just worked at the same time. It's like it was just meant to be. It went from, we got so much videos, but the video started slowing down at the perfect time, because I was like, now I need to start writing. It's like your mind's so powerful. You think something and it just comes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
I wasn't even thinking about writing, but once I started thinking, no, I need to do this, that starts slowing down. It was just perfect timing. Because now once this is done, it's starting to go back up again.
What can we expect in this EP that's coming our way?
The girl songs in there where I describe what I feel love is anyway. We've got storytelling on there, like deep storytelling on there as well. We've got great melodies, great features. Like, I feel like I wanted to make all different vibes and put into one, and this is a great representation of what I wanted to do, a strong one. Listen to it, I feel like you're going to enjoy the journey, definitely.
Wow, I cannot wait to listen to it. And 2018, what does it look like to you?
So far, it's just been concentrating on this EP, but if things go the way it does, then we're just going to build off it and keep on rolling. I definitely enjoy doing projects, because I feel like I haven't done a project in like 2 years. After that, I was just dropping singles, but I feel like maybe just making another project or something. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to get back in the swing. Like, I'm not going to stop writing. Yeah, definitely. Keep making songs, keep making music. I feel like I'm back where I wanted to be. Last year, I wasn't writing like this. I'm writing, I'm recording with my brothers. Like, I'm in a good environment. I'm in a good space right now. So.
Well, I cannot wait to hear all the new music and the EP that's dropping. I cannot wait to hear it. And thank you for joining me on One on One with
man. You gotta make sure you come to the EP launch on the same day.
I will be there, of
4th
course.
of May.
I'll be there. 4th of May?
4th of May.
4th of May.
It's gonna be great.
Perfect. So I'm gonna put your handles somewhere in this video, so you guys make sure you go follow and listen to his music and give him some feedback. If you like it, give him a thumbs up, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe on this video, and follow me on my socials.
I turned my hobby to an occupation. Overseas doing work different.